Well, good morning and welcome to Resurrection Sunday. My name is Shani Campbell. I'm the pastor at South Pleasant Grove United Methodist Church, and this is our final entry for the hardest part, the hurt we carry and the hope we find that we have been walking through this Lenten season, but we are here. Easter Sunday, and our scripture comes to us from John 20:19. On the evening of that day, the first day of the week, the doors being locked where the disciples were for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Here is our final reflection written by Kate Bowler. Every time we both keep living, there's a kind of glorious surprise. That's what I said to my friend and colleague, Richard Hayes, and for me, the sentence sums up the intensity of hope, its sweetness, and its pain. We were talking about the early Easter morning sunrise service held outdoors. Both of us remember this moment vividly because at the time we were both deep into cancer treatments. Richard was preaching about the resurrection when Jesus rose from the dead. And just at that moment, the sunrise behind him spilled over the rooftop, and there it was, the glorious surprise. The moment we are grateful for another day of being alive when we both knew there was an alternative. We're just mortal human beings, but there's a truth we both hold. And as Richard said later, the truth we hold is this: the mystery of our faith, that life conquers death. And as he spoke, both of us got a little misty eyed. And here's our response: Easter eggs, baby chicks, dogwood blooms, babies, bunnies, and fresh warm yeast bread or spring flowers. All of these speak of life springing up anew. Pick the Easter symbol that speaks the most to you of the aroma, the color, the shape of life conquering death. Savor it, enjoy it today. And we'll close out this series with a blessing for Easter Sunday. Bless you, stretching out your hands in the early Easter darkness, weak and tired, longing to be lifted, to stand again on trembling feet. Blessed are you who remember her, the woman who walked to the tomb to do what could still be done, though all hope seemed drained away. Blessed are you who carry her story, the two bright angels, the impossible news, the Christ alive beyond belief. Blessed are we, stretching out our hands in doubt and grief, in sickness of body, mind, or spirit, our prayers unfinished and yet rejoicing anyway. This is what makes us Easter people, carrying the hope of the resurrected one, singing alleluias great and small while it is still dark. Christ has died. Christ is risen. Christ will come again. I sure have enjoyed bringing you these devotionals from Kate Bowler's The Everything Happens Project. And just one final reminder, we'll be gathering soon for our Easter Sunday morning prayers at 6 a.m. and sunrise service at 6:45. We'll have breakfast afterwards and our regular worship time at 10:45. I hope you find somewhere to gather and worship and know that Christ is risen.